Namaskar. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Atanu Pradhan, ABTO Secretariat Head. Today, we are going to start an important event, that is World Tourism Month. Today was our inaugural ceremony. Some special speakers are present in our today's event. At first, I am going to most respected Dhamma Buddha Bhikkhu from Indonesia for blessings.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Atano. So today we will start our ceremony. Before we start the ceremony, I would like to give blessings with prayer. May our event today can be through in good, and then may all of you can be happy and more for have the opportunity in the tourism. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Bhavatu sabamanggalang rakhantu sabbatewata samba buddha nubhavena sadasoti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabamanggalang rakhantu sabbatewata samba dhammang nubhavena sadasoti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabamanggalang Rakhantu Sapa Devata Samba Sankhanu Bhavena Satha Soti Bhavantu Te. Thank you for our chance to meet today. I back to Mr. Atano.
Thank you, Bhanteji. Then I am going to our most respected Dr. Rabindra Pansa, former Vice Chancellor, Nalanda University, and now he is the President of ABTO. I heartily request him for the inaugural speech for this event.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon and warm greetings from India. Most Venerable Dhamma Buddha, Madam Brar, ADG, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Dr. Darmono, Dr. Rusmiati, President ASITA Indonesia, Madam Ambika Shrestha, President Heritage Society of Nepal, Madam Janasanthia, Vice President APTO Thailand, Mr. Dorji, Head of the Bhutan ABTO, Dr. Hansen, Dr. Chong Woon Seong, participants, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of ABTO and other collaborators, welcome you all to the inaugural session of the World Tourism Month celebration organized by ABTO in collaboration with DNT News and other like-minded partners. I am thankful to all the dignitaries participating in this inaugural session who have given their valuable time and encouraged us for this event. The reason for the celebration of the World Tourism Month starting from today until 27th and to conclude on the day of the World Tourism Day is to cultivate, create awareness among the society globally on the significance of tourism and its social, political, financial, and also cultural and spiritual worth and value at this time of COVID pandemic when the entire world is passing through crisis and fear. Last more than 1.5 year had been a big disaster for everyone throughout the world, but more so for the tourism industry. It is high time that we move forward and change the scenario. And that's why this 1 month World Tourism celebration is being organized. It is well evident that tourism plays a key part in advancing social learning and giving the essential apparatus and general conclusion booster in ensuring world heritage. It is vital for the success of many economies around the world. We are all aware about the benefits of tourism. Tourism boosts the revenue of the economy, creates thousands of jobs, develops infrastructure of a country, and plants a sense of cultural and spiritual exchange between foreigners and citizens and nation to nation, and more so creates an environment of peace, happiness, harmony globally. Friends, cultural, spiritual, environmental tourism also empowers rural communities, providing jobs and opportunities, most notably for women and youths all around the world. Tourism is one of the major source of income for the people living in the rural areas as it helps them to hold on to their unique cultural heritage and traditions and at the same time act as an auxiliary in safeguarding habitat and encouraged species. During the month long celebration of the World Tourism Month, experts from tourism industry worldwide, heritage workers, archaeologists, cultural and spiritual experts, scholars, government officials connected with tourism, and the well wishers connected with domestic tourism of each country, state tourism, national and international tourism from all over the world connected with APTO will give their presentation, which will be very beneficial for the participants who would take part in this. Friends, before I conclude, I would like to say that in true sense, the world tourism is to flourish, then we should follow the instructions of the Indian sages who talks about the entire world as a family. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. It's a Sanskrit phrase which says that means the whole world is one single family. Once again, I would like to thank all the dignitaries for giving their valuable time, advice, and good wishes for the success of this month long event to boost up the world tourism. Thank you, and I welcome you all once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable speech. Now I am going to most respected Dr. S.D. Damanosar from Indonesia. We are very proud of his presence. So please share your valuable speech for World Tourism Month.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pradhan. Well, first of all, let me greet all the speaker here, the Bingsu Damas Budo. Good evening, Pante, and also Dr. Ravindra Pant, President of APTO. Thank you for inviting me for this ceremony. I would like to applaud and congratulate ABTO for organizing this inaugural ceremony. I think it's a wonderful initiative. I have never dreamt without pandemic that I would be able to meet all these distinguished people, guests here. So thank you very much again for arranging this kind of event. I think we know that the future of tourism is going to be very bright because we are all now stuck at home. We would want to actually rush to go out. So since we are now have to contain our passion, our emotion to go out, I think one it is open, then I think the tourism can flourish even bigger. And this time of um, situation where we have to connect with each other online, actually this has enriched our knowledge about each other's country's history, the spiritual journey, and so on. So it's a very wonderful initiative APTO is taking. And we all know that tourism is about three things. The tourists want to spend time, they want to spend money, and they want to be entertained with storytelling. So at least in this online situation, we can spend time and also listen to storytelling from each speaker or contributor to this kind of event. And also, we have to learn more about our in-house story. This will make us more prepared in the future by training our tour guide and also understanding better of our heritages, our history, and so on. And you know that Indonesia is a very rich country with history knowledge since the 4th of century, according to the archaeology. The Buddhism already came to Indonesia, and it was the 4th century. The large temple was built in West Java, bigger than Borobudur Temple, which is today supposed to be the largest Buddhist temple in the world. But this one is even bigger in West Java, built in 4th century. This I also just found out. So, according to the legend, the first king was called Achisaka. This possibly came from the word of Asoka from India. So he came in the 4th of century and established the first kingdom in Java. So this is something, again, if we tell this kind of story online, then by the time people can travel more easily from countries to countries, I think this will open up the tourism sector better. And of course, what Dr. Ravindra Pants about saying that tourism create a lot of employments and also touching the rural area and so on. So this actually is a very good stuff. Now we all suffer because of the pandemic, but after the disaster, normally come the light, like what Buddha said. So the enlightenment is coming after long suffering. So this is the same like that we have gone through the situation like what Siddhartha Gautama, Buddha Siddhartha did, that he had to go through all kind of suffering before he received the enlightenment. So we are now going this through this path. So we are hopefully will be enlightened, become a better person, more spiritual. We know each other better. We have more friends, and really appreciating what the nature has given us. How we appreciate the oxygen in this air, how we preserve the nature, and how we learn each other's problem, suffering, how we can help each other. So this is something which I really applaud APTO for doing this kind of thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining this discussion and also your valuable speech. Now I am going to our most respected Dr. Effendi Hanson, sir, from Indonesia.
Thank you so much. Namaste. Good afternoon. Very happy we could come join again in this auspicious celebration for the tourism inaugurate in this September. So respected Honorable Chief Guest Rupinda Bralji, respected President ABTO Ravinda Panji, and special respective chief invited guests, my teacher also, Dr. S.D. Darmono. Very grateful you could taking the time and join this inaugural ceremony World Tourism Month with ABTO. Really, actually, he is very busy man. Yeah, he is a founder and chairman of several famous industrial and resident estate in our country. One of them is Zababeka Industrial and Resident Estate, and also he was a founder and chairman of the President University. Yeah, thank you, my teacher. Really very appreciate. Respected Dr. Andrew Smiati, uh, President Esita Indonesia. My sister also, Miss Beng On from Thailand, chairwoman of Sayama Group. Mr. Dukto Erdorji from Bhutan, and also Chong Bun Siong, ABTO head Malaysia. And also uh, from Nepal, Madam from Nepal, uh, Ambika Sresta. Thank you for joining us. Really, in this time, ABTO always ready to promote tourism around the world, and it is very good step for all tourism stakeholders. Indonesian tour operator always welcoming you to come after this pandemic, especially to visit Borobudur Temple and Bali, the island of paradise. We wish and pray for ABTO time to time grow with grace of God. Thank you. May Buddha always blessing. Namo Buddhaya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable speech. Now, ADG Madam join in our event. I would heartily request to our respected Ravindra Pansar, Honorable President ABTO, for inviting ADG Madam.
It is indeed a pleasure to invite the ADG Madam to this inaugural function, and we are very happy that Madam Barar has been helping us and guiding us for the giving direction to the ABTO for the development of ABTO and also the tourism sector in India. Madam, I welcome you to this gathering. We want your suggestions and help in this regard.
Thank you so much, and a very good evening to my friends from ABTO and the friends who have logged in from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from Nepal, from Thailand, from India in different parts of the country, Bhutan, and uh, and everybody else who has logged in from other parts of the world and listening to us. A very very good evening. And I want to apologize that I'm in the car, so it's going to be maybe a little patchy, but nevertheless, I hope my audio is clear. First thing that I want to say to everyone is that I hope that you have been keeping safe and healthy, and so have your families been safe and healthy. The world has gone through a very difficult time in the last 1.5 years. And while the numbers in COVID have reduced substantially all over the world, but still the threat is not entirely over. So I pray and wish good health to all of you, and we hope that the world will be a healthy and a safe place once again. Now, having said that, it is also therefore a fact that tourism and travel has been the most impacted because tourism depends entirely on travel. And since travel is not happening, tourism has really been impacted. But in India, we have been taking some steps to use this period as a preparedness period. So, particularly, if I may say, from the Buddhist heritage point of view, all of you are aware the land has been the land of enlightenment of the Lord. And it is indeed a matter of great privilege for us that we are also born in a country where the Lord Himself gave His sermon, actually walked the land here, and therefore it has created a, I should say, a permanent impact on all of us. And that's why in India, peace is one of our most fundamental values, if I may say so. And it's a matter of uh, pride, I should say, that in the various values that we honor even today, the middle path, the path of the Lord, which He showed us that the material wealth is going to be left here, but add value, live a good life, live with good values is something that has remained as the most sustainable values. And therefore, in this period, we have been working to make sure that the hard infrastructure, the cultural infrastructure, and the tourism related infrastructure in this period really is developed with a great amount of energy. We are working with both the state governments of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, where most of the places are there where the Lord's footsteps actually went by. And therefore, in the next few months, you will see a lot of progress coming up. There are museums coming up under the iconic scheme of the Government of India, which is soon going to be started. Lot of hard infrastructure to be created. The roads, the rail network, the civil aviation networks are all on a very, very high priority list. And we are working with all our stakeholders, which includes the ministries, the line ministries of all the hard infrastructure, the culture, the hospitality, to bring together the ecosystem around the Buddhist heritage. And of course, APTO is an intrinsic part of that journey as we train our guides in the languages from where we expect our guests to come. And APTO is also a crucial part of our journey in making sure that the various things that are required to make the tourist and the pilgrims progress a happy one when they come to India are also we are currently also looking at making sure that the vaccination program is kept up very briskly. And as we talk, more than 60 crore people in India have been vaccinated at least with the first dose. And we hope that the second dose will also happen really fast in the next few months, if not in the next few weeks. And that's the time when we can all start feeling that much more confident. But as of now, as I speak, the numbers are pretty low. We are keeping our finger toes, body cross. The central government, in fact, led by the Honorable Prime Minister himself, keeps going into an overdrive of communication and information to everyone to honor the protocols of COVID and make sure that we do not suffer the onslaught of the third wave. And that's where also all our associations are working very closely with us. APTO members were there with me just last week when we went to Ladakh. And over there also, because there is a lot of Buddhism himself, but there are so many things to be showcased in India. And we look forward to working very closely with all the members of the associations, not only in India, but also across the world, where the teachings of the Lord are so very valued. And we really look forward to working together in disseminating the message and also enjoying not only just the Buddhist part of the heritage, but there's so many other things that incredible India has to offer. So we are known for our hospitality. We are known as a people who are very warm. We are known as a people who will wake up even at 2 a.m. in the night and make you fresh food. We are known as a people to make sure that we may sleep on the floor, but we will offer you our bed to sleep. So we therefore look forward to all of you coming back to us as soon as the world is once again a more safe place to travel. So that is my message to everyone that for now, respect the protocols, keep safe, keep healthy, and keep incredible India just as your first place to visit as you start opening. And believe me, if you have already come here, then you know what I'm saying. And if you have not come here, you will certainly not come again, because that is what defines Incredible India. And so please visit us very soon, and we shall look after you. And I'm sure all my friends in APTO will agree with me that we are waiting with open arms for all our dear friends from all over the world to carry back some amazing memories from our incredible India. So that's our message to all of you. And I look forward to personally inviting and meeting all of you when you are here on your trip to India. We will be doing the International Buddhist Conclave also. Tentatively, the dates are for now in November, but a more firm decision shall soon come. And that's also a time when we look forward to meeting all of you and having more conversations, more engagements in taking not only India, but the entire world more and more towards peace, love, affection, and care for each other. So, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Madam.
Sir.
Thank you, madam, for your encouraging words. And I'm sure with your help, we will all work together and make the tourism more appropriate, and basically the Buddhist tourism as more vibrant. And we look forward to meet you soon, madam. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for joining our event. Uh,
Thank
now I am now I am going to our most respected uh, Chang Bhang Siang, ABTO country head, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Namaskar and happy afternoon, everyone. And Nama Buddhaya, Venerable Dhamma Widow. So thank you for allowing me to join this platform. So hopefully, we call the pandemic end very soon. So everyone can roam the world again at the earliest. And I hope the government will speed up the COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible, and all the citizens will go for the COVID-19 vaccine jab. Then everyone is safe and protected. Then the what you call the world travel border will open as soon as possible, so that everyone can travel again. So hopefully everyone stay safe and stay healthy. And I think everyone waiting to travel again. So we have been locked down for about 18 months. So I sincerely hope everyone go for this COVID-19 vaccine jab. Then the world travel border will open as soon as possible. Okay, thank you. This is what I can offer to say. Thank you.
Atanu.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you, sir. Now I am going to our most respected Robi Bankar sir, founder and principal consultant of Genesis Laser Consulting, a tourism consulting firm based in Mumbai and Nagpur. He has been associated with the tourism industries for over 25 years. His expertise lies in policy, reviews, strategy planning, techno-economic feasibility study, tourism, infrastructure planning, project management, and business development. He has also worked on Buddhist circuit development project of World Bank. Ravi Bankar sir.
Uh, Thank you, Atanu, and good evening. Can you hear me?
Very much, very much. Pleasure to
Thank you
hear
very
you.
much. And it's very nice to see HEPTO is celebrating the World Tourism Month, and today is the inaugural ceremony, and all the key players of ABTO, office bearers of ABTO, and the stakeholders who are there in the industry. especially the Buddhist tourism industry, are all present there. And today, actually, we should not talk about the pandemic and the crisis, the economic desperation all around. I think we should talk about certain positive aspects of tourism industry. Why, how we can take some positive vibes from what is happening around in the world. So I have chosen six positive trends which are happening in the industry today. And in spite of COVID crisis, I think the industry is getting a lot of encouragement in terms of these trends. So I believe that positivity and optimism is the essence of the day today, because we are celebrating the World Tourism Month, which will be culminating on 27th of November, September, where the UN will be celebrating and will be observed as the World Tourism Day. So, in uh, in the spirit of celebration, we should talk about the six positive trends which are happening in the world today. The first trend is a strong desire for green travel and desire for authentic experiences. Now we see that people are shifting from crowded destinations to offbeat destinations. They don't want to just visit the destinations which are very popular and which are always crowded. They want to experience a kind of an authentic landscape, an authentic culture, an authentic tourism product. So I believe that I call it a desire for green travel, where they want to experience the ecotourism experiences, rural tourism experiences, and also understand the spiritual and the religious significance of the sites. So these are included in the green travel experiences. So we can call that as experiential tourism or the responsible tourism, because really the aftermath of COVID pandemic, one thing is really very positive today, that people have turned into responsible tourists. Or the visitors have become responsible, more responsible toward the landscape, toward the destinations, toward the host communities. So I believe this is a very positive trend, and it will create remarkable impacts in the future in terms of responsible tourism and inclusive tourism. Second positive trend, I believe, is the reinforcement of the philosophy of sustainability in the tourism, because sustainability is very important. It's a paradigm of conservation, respect for landscape, respect for culture, and respect for the sense of uniqueness. So I believe that the sense of tourism carrying capacity, we have forgotten earlier that every destination has a tourism carrying capacity norm. Like a limited number of people should be restricted in a destination, because it will not create negative impacts on that particular site. So allowing a threshold limit of tourists in that particular destination without causing any negative impacts on the ecology, on the environment, on the culture of the destination, but at the same time without reducing the quality of experience, the perceptible quality of experience of the visitor. I think, and the satisfaction level, that what is the essence of tourism today, because tourism carrying capacity norm is very important for sustainable planning of destinations in the world. Second thing is, we have seen how we are creating all over the world a concept called eco bubble, or we call it bio bubble. Now what is this bio bubble is, because it means that we need to create safe, sanitized, and secure environment in the destination. For example, Sri Lanka is one of the foremost countries to create a kind of a eco bubble or a bio bubble, where all the stakeholders, all the facilities, all the travel experiences, and the infrastructure are sanitized and secured for the tourists to arrive at. So that we should learn from them, in the sense that Sri Lanka is the first country, and now even Thailand, which is talking about the Phuket sandbox experiment, because Phuket is an island, so they want to allow the a certain tourists who are fully vaccinated with COVID test. But then again, there are problems in terms of spike in cases there. But Sri Lanka is the country, the first foremost country, which has created this eco bubble. And now in India, the state of Kerala has taken the cue from this particular experiment, and started a experiment, another local experiment called Kerala Bio Bubble, where all the systems and the processes and the infrastructure will be sanitized and the secure, and it will become safe environment for the tourists to travel at these destinations. So I think we have to learn from these kind of initiatives. I think even in Indonesia, the government of Indonesia is creating kind of a green zones, the three green zones in Bali, which will be opened in 2022. So I think these initiatives will help in understanding the concept of sustainability and tourism carrying capacity, and how to reduce impacts on the culture and the economy of on the environment of that particular destinations. So these are some of the initiatives I believe which will go very long in making tourism a very sustainable proposition. The third positive trend, I believe, is a new focus on domestic tourism, because every country is focusing on international tourism in all their endeavors. And I believe that most of the countries have forgotten what domestic tourist is. So I believe now there is a respect for domestic tourists, because he's the only person who is contributing to the revenue for the government. So I think we have to design new customized packages, new kind of travel itineraries, and new kind of travel experiences for domestic tourists as per their needs, as per their affordability factor. So domestic tourism is very important in this today's new world, where we have to understand that domestic tourists can also play a very important role in creating a new paradigm for tourism industry. Then, of course, China is the first country where the domestic tourism, there's a boost in domestic tourism already in 2020. So China has already stabilized their domestic tourism economy, and now they will be gradually opening up the international tourism. So I believe that even in India, we talk about the Dekho Apna Desh, which means see your own country. So the initiative of the government of India, like Mrs. Brar has just come, and she talked about domestic tourism also. So I believe that Dekho Apna Desh, this concept, which means that to see our own country first, it's a very innovative concept. And by this particular initiative of government of India, I think there'll be a boost in the travel of domestic market or domestic visitors. Now we are talking about the positive trend, and the fourth positive trend which comes to my mind is the gradual or calibrated opening of international tourism. Now, what is happening, uh, especially in European countries, uh, the countries of the Eastern Europe were the first to start a kind of a concept called air bubble or tourism bubble or travel bubble. Now they kind of coordinated the travel operations, the air operations of neighboring countries, adjoining countries in that particular Eastern bloc, and promoted the travel through cross-border tourism and exchange of some leisure tourists. This particular experiment became very successful in Eastern Bloc, which was adopted by Italy, Greece, Spain, and for some time in Germany also. So I believe that uh, many countries are looking at having a kind of or establishing a kind of a formal air bubble or travel bubble between two countries, and the initiative is becoming more successful in terms of arrival of tourists. For example, in Maldives, by July 21, there were 560,000 tourists alone in Maldives, and the major chunk of tourists visited were Indians and Russians. So I think India and Russia are the great source markets for even for Maldives and other countries in Southeast Asia. For example, even Greece and Cyprus also opened their border to international tourists, and Cyprus has already received about 300,000 tourists by July 2021. In fact, Greece is the foremost example how they have managed the pandemic and created a kind of an attractive destination and increase their destination competitiveness by attracting almost 1 million tourists to Greece. And the World Tourism and Travel Council has awarded them the Global Champion Award for COVID-19 crisis management. So Greece is an example, Cyprus is an example, and Maldives is an example how we can boost economy by calibrating by having a balance between the domestic tourism and the international tourism. So all these examples show that these are some of the positive trends which are happening in the world. And also in I believe that there is a greater market for charter flights for selective groups in Southeast Asia, especially Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand, where charter flights can come to the Buddhist circuit in India with prior approval. And we can also see some or witness some kind of a resurgence of Buddhist tourism in India, especially the international tourists who can come by charter flights initially. And if that experiment becomes successful, then the scheduled airlines can be permitted to carry the other tourists to India. Number five positive trend is a high level of collaborative destination management. Now, we see that uh, before the pandemic, the government was mostly working on their own in handling the tourism sector. But now, in this crisis, the government has formed a kind of a collaborative partnerships and and other associations and alliances with private stakeholders like airlines operators, the hoteliers, the tour operators, the travel agents, the local transporters, and also at the destination level, the entire tourism value chain is now involved with destination tourism management. So it shows that now the whole industry, both the government and the private sector, is working together in reviving the tourism sector in the world. So we require a concept of integrated destination management organization, DMOs, where the participation of all these stakeholders is very important, because not only the government but even the private sector participants are also, and the local communities should become an integral part of this. Then we can have a joint marketing and promotion strategy, and then we can look for the immunized community of stakeholders, where uh, everybody will make their efforts in an integrated manner to revitalize this economy. And the last but not the least, I believe the sixth trend is the creation of virtual tourism ecosystems. Now, before the pandemic, everything was physical contact, everything was close experiences, close associations and close groupings and close clustering of tourists. But now it's not happening, everything is virtual, right from virtual online bookings. Now we have a new set of travel agents or tour operators called OTAs, online to- travel agents, who are creating the biggest chunk of bookings for the tourism industry. So this particular trend is happening. There are online transactions. Then the OTAs are making greater impacts on the tourism economy of that destination. Then most of the governments have created mobile apps for tourist facilitation for their dissemination of information and all the facilities required by the tourist. So mobile apps is also a very important component of virtual tourism. Then many countries or many state organizations, tourism organizations, taken the have taken a new path of promotion. We call it virtual promotions or smart online campaigns and digital marketing. So these are some of the ideas which are floating in the world today. And now we are talking about some technological innovations like vaccine passports, digital keys in the hotels, advanced facial recognition software, biometrics for airport check-in, low-touch travel. There's no contact or contactless travel, and digital health certificate. For example, Singapore government has issued digital health certificates to all their leisure and high-value travelers to travel across the Southeast Asia and the eastern part of Asia. So I believe these are some of the initiatives taken by the industry players and the stakeholders. And I see a lot of these positive trends. We can also call them green leaves or green shoots, which are emerging in the tourism industry. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable speech. Our next guest, connected from Thailand, Bangong Ganthanthia ma'am, Senior Vice President, Apto. Ma'am,
Namaste.
please.
Oh, I'm sorry I came late a little bit. Good evening, everybody. Dr. Pat and all our friends. Dr. Hansen. Okay. Just get very good details and information from Ravi Banger. So, which are very valuable for the whole picture of the tourism on Southeast Asia and all the world. But today is the first day of a celebrating of tourism month. I will just give my point of view, which are not so detailed, but is it in my opinion. The tourism is something that whatever happens is the tourism will continue for this anyways. For now, even if the pandemic or natural disaster or whatever, it will never stop the tourism. So, but if we change the form a little bit, and the tourism is the natural way that the world's always clearing and make a balance itself. The people from very difficult or poverty country will move around to the other or better life country. So this will move the people around. Is the way of circulating of the people, which will happen in the next decade or in the next 20 years or recently. I think it will happen because of the pandemic, because of the good technology. There are no secret in this world. Everybody will focusing on traveling, but it's not in the big group or with a group anymore. It will be like a private trip. So everywhere can be the destination, and everybody can be host. So this will be a movement with whoever stay in the business have to adjust ourselves to be ready, have to educate the people who have to understand what is tourism. So then we can help the people to generate more income or revenues in the deep destination which are never show up in the world before. That what I tell you, that no secret anymore in this world. This is just my opinion, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Now I am going to our most respected Dipthur Injin Dorji, Thimphu, Bhutan. Hello, Mr. Dorji. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please open your camera, sir.
Where is it? No, sister.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir,
Hello.
please continue, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, all the honorable members here. Thank you, Kailash ji, for including me in this today's evening program. And first of all, I would like to apologize for not being able to join you all on time. I got delayed, and very nice to meet all the honorable members here. Myself, I am Dr. Rinzin, and I live in Bhutan, and I run a small travel agency since more than 2 decades ago. So I'm sorry, I mean, like I couldn't listen to the talks from all the members here, so I really don't know what to say, since I have no idea what you all have discussed earlier. So please let me know what should I say.
This is the inauguration, my brother, celebration for the tourism month. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I believe so. So September, today is the 1st of September, and we are all going to celebrate the September month as the tourism month, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as of now, like now, if I let you all know the current situation in Bhutan, the international borders in Bhutan is still closed due to global pandemic. But nevertheless, with the blessings of the Triple Gem and with all the blessings from our Dharma King, for the last 2 weeks or so, Bhutan have been blessed not to have any positive COVID cases. And the situation has improved very drastically within last 2 to 3 weeks. And almost 60% of the population in Bhutan has already taken the second dose of the vaccine. So all this have been possible in Bhutan only because of our Buddha King. Our king has been working day and night, traveling all over the country and taking very good care of each and every citizen. And he has been like putting people on the job voluntarily as well as paid citizens, and we have been able to stay ourselves safe from this global pandemic. But still, we being a very small country, sandwiched in between the two giants of the world, India and China, small country with a very small population, so we are not really in a hurry to open up our international borders and let things continue as it used to be till we feel like it is totally very safe from this pandemic. So I'm sure everywhere around the world, the other leaders are also must be doing the same, as well as taking care of their people and the country in the same manner. And we are only hoping that things will get back to normal, situation will improve, and then the tourism business will start to flourish once again, like, even better than before. So that is our wish and my prayers and hopes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. At last, I would like to invite Dr. Koilesh Kumar, Secretary General APTO, for vote of thanks.
नमो तस्ये भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्ध respected all, वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल। सबसे पहले सबको मेरा धन्यवाद। और हम लोगों ने जो आज एक बीड़ा उठाया कि अभी हमारे सर दुप्तो सर ने कितना अच्छा बात बोला। हम लोगों ने 1 to 27 सितंबर तक वर्ल्ड टूरिज्म मंथ मनाएंगे, लेकिन उन्होंने एक बहुत सुंदर बात बताया ना कि पूरा सितंबर मंथ ही डिक्लेयर कर दिया जाए टूरिज्म मंथ। तो एक, क्योंकि सितंबर के बाद अब 1 अक्टूबर आता है, 1 अक्टूबर से हमारा सीजन शुरू हो जाता है। मेरा हिंदी बहुत अच्छा है, हमारा इंग्लिश रवि बंकर जी पंत सर के जैसा नहीं है, इसलिए हम हिंदी में अच्छा बोल सकते हैं जी। तो दुप्तो सर ने कितना अच्छा बात बताया कि सितंबर हर साल हो कि टूरिज्म मंथ हो, टूरिज्म में जितना भी एडवर्टाइज करना हो, मार्केटिंग करना हो, और 1 सितंबर से तो 1 अक्टूबर से न्यू सीजन शुरू हो जाता है। तो न्यू सीजन में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, अपने अपने कामों में सब व्यस्त हो जाते हैं, और टिल मार्च और अप्रैल तक हमारा ये सीजन होता है। ये सब जगह का एक नियम है। तो इन्होंने कितना अच्छा एक पॉइंट बताया। और सबसे पहले तो हम धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं रुपेंद्र बडार जी मैम, हमारे एडीजी हैं, और कितना बिजी शेड्यूल होते हुए भी वो बेचारी यहाँ पे आई, और टूरिज्म के प्रति हमेशा, जब से वो लगभग हम देख रहे हैं 2 सालों से, 2-2.5 सालों से, कि हमेशा इनकरेज करते रहते हैं, चाहे कोई भी हो, एसोसिएशन हो, कुछ भी उनसे राय लेना चाहता हो। अभी भी लद्दाख में उतने बिजी शेड्यूल में हमने बताया कि मैम हम लोग एक ऐसा काम करने जा रहे हैं, वर्ल्ड टूरिज्म मंथ मनाने जा रहे हैं, उसका 1 तारीख का इनॉग्रेशन है। उन्होंने बोला कि हाँ करो, हम इनॉग्रेशन करेंगे, आप हमको बुलाओ, हम कर। और बहुत सारी बात भी उन्होंने किए। दिल्ली में हम अभी 13 को अगस्त तक थे, तो उनसे बात की है कि कैसे हम लोग बुद्धिस्ट पिलग्रिमेज का जो IBC होता है, इंटरनेशनल बुद्धिस्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस जो होता है, 2 सालों से बंद है, उसमें कैसे बात करें, वो उसके लिए भी बहुत अच्छा सजेशन दी। IRCTC एक बुद्धिस्ट सर्किट के लिए ट्रेन निकाल रही है, तो उसके लिए भी बहुत सुंदर सजेशन दी। फिर हमने, और अपने से खुद लद्दाख में बोली कि मुझे बुद्ध गया आना है। सबसे बढ़िया, हम जब डीजी साहब से बात कर रहे थे, हम लोग रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे थे कि सर कैसे हम लोग करें, तो वो कर रहे थे। लोग कहते हैं everyone they saying ABTO is doing only for Buddhism. This is not true. We are doing for human, we are doing for peace, we are doing for nature, we are doing for tourism. हमें आज कितनी जरूरत है ह्यूमैनिटी की। देखिए ना, कितने 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 लोग का, आज मेरे पास फिलीपींस का एक अपने बहुत ही अच्छी अंजिका जी थी, उनको कोरोना हो गया, बेचारी लिखी कि हमारे लिए प्रे करिए। हम लोगों ने कहा नहीं, हम लोग आपके साथ हैं। क्या से क्या बदल गया। हम अभी लद्दाख में जाकर के देखे, जस्ट केम फ्रॉम लद्दाख इन दैट मार्ट, एंड वी हैव लॉस्ट सो मेनी फ्रेंड्स अराउंड द वर्ल्ड। तो ये हम लोगों की, ऐसा नहीं है कोई एसोसिएशन, ऐसा नहीं है बुद्धिस्ट टूर ऑपरेटर है तो इसका मतलब नहीं है कि हम किसी रिलीजन से जुड़े हुए हैं। हाँ, हमारे लॉर्ड बुद्धा को लॉर्ड बुद्धा इज कॉल्ड लाइट ऑफ एशिया, एंड 70% अकॉर्डिंग टू डॉक्टर पंत, 70% monuments are in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Yesterday Raj Basu was also saying there are a lot of monuments in the Bengal, but nobody excavates. You know, Ravi Bankar always saying college, these places in 900 caves are in only in Maharashtra. You see how many caves in India? I know only 2 caves, Ajanta, Ellora, Elephanta. But Bankar sir is saying 900 only in Maharashtra. So that's why we are promoting that sector that is unexplored, undeveloped, unexcavated. My 2 secretary, Rashmi Verma ji and Binod Joshi are always saying, Buddhist sector is not only golden or like that silver sector. If you do work hard, this is the diamond sector. Every Asian, not only Asian, European countries, people also will see. They are not coming for the religion, they are coming for living as a way of life, art of living, how they are surviving. We saw now, just now in the Ladakh, there is a living Buddhism. You see Arunachal Pradesh, my God, they are coming from the Indus civilization, now they are alive till now. और you see हम लोगों का क्या समय हुआ है, नथिंग। 5,000 साल 7,000 साल पहले से हम लोग इतना ज्यादा डेवलप हो गए, लेकिन वो लोग उतना समय से भी आ रहे हैं। तो हमें ये कहना चाहते हैं, अभी सर ने बताया कि छोटा सा कंट्री एक है भूटान। आज दुनिया, एवरी वर्ल्ड पीपुल, एवरी कंट्री, दे आर लिसनिंग फ्रॉम भूटान। learning, non-polluted. Whenever we are talking with the Dukto sir coming in India, he's saying, English people, they coming in Bhutan, they say, oh, I am sick. How? Why? Because there is a fresh air. We are not getting another place fresh air, but we are getting in Bhutan fresh air. Due to fresh air, we sick. So that's why you see, दुनिया में कितना सुंदर से, कितने ढंग से वो लोग रहते हैं अपना लाइफ का. यही तो मानवता है, यही तो भगवान बुद्ध का संदेश है. हम लोग यही चाहते हैं, हम लोगों का उद्देश्य है. हम लोग तो एक ऐप्स भी बना रहे हैं, कहां से कहां तक हेल्प हो. एक राजा भगवान बुद्ध, क्या चीज की उनकी कमी थी, लेकिन कि दुनिया को कल्याण करने के लिए उन्होंने सब कुछ त्याग करके अपने जीवन को लोगों के ऊपर में समर्पित कर दिया. हमसे अच्छा तो डॉक्टर पंत जी जानते हैं, कितने बड़े स्कॉलर हैं, सब कहते हैं. लेकिन हम एक चीज जान गए कि उन्होंने इतना कुछ किया, हम थोड़ा सा भी कुछ नहीं कर सकते. हम सारे वर्ल्ड के लोग ने, पंत बंकर सर भी अभी बता रहे थे कि हमें क्या चीज दिया. वर्ल्ड टूर, ये कोरोना हमें, दे हैव गिवन वन प्लेटफॉर्म. Every organization, every people, every country come in one platform, work for peace, work for women, work for nature. This is the mission after COVID. I think this will be the world mission. But I think ABTU also mission. From today, we are also going to organize that one, the International Lord Buddha International Peace Awards. Last time we have given 15 awards. World Peace Award, Asia Pacific Peace Award, Southeast Asia Peace Award. This time we also including 38 States Award of India. So we will very soon we will announce the nominee, jury and like that. So these things, और यही मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, और सब लोगों ने जो सहयोग किया, कम से कम इस प्रोग्राम को सक्सेस करने के लिए 1 to 27th, that will be the World Tourism Month. Every day, every people, every state, every country, they can come. And we also respect to the Effendi Hansen sir. Please say about the Bolkono, Borobudur, and that one, the Bali. Every Indian people, they are saying, no, Bali is just like India. So my request, you come. And Dukto sir, also I request you to we have a very nice time. 27 days you give all the tour itinerary program, whatever. And from my friend from Malaysia, you also can give packages. Rushmati ji, due to some cause came, she is in a meeting. She is the president of SITA, Indonesian Tour Operation Association. So you come in DNT. ABTO is a platform nowadays. You can, this is the open every day after today, every day 6 p.m. you get whatever in tourism, not only tourism, any other things. Who have done very nice work in human, peace, nature. So thank you very much. We have taken a lot of time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining our event. Our virtual event of World Tourism Month will continue for the 1 month at 6 p.m. Please join with us and support us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice evening.